Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everybody, welcome back to this YouTube channel. I'm sending you praying and also happiness. Hope that you will going your day by day in Ramadan in health and good condition. Before we are going to talking about something in this video, I would like to give a disclaimer that in this video I will talking fully in English because I really want to exercise to talking in English. It's been a long time. Since it's been a long time, I never talk fully in English. So while sharing something that I hope also will useful for me and for you all, I will learn to talk in English. Of course, my English is not so good, so I really hope you will give me some advices and also suggestion or correction maybe about my English, my grammar, my bad grammar, my pronunciation, and so on in the comment below. So today guys, we are going to talking about a topic that for me really interesting, but actually how I find out this idea is when I was read a book. The title is The Essential of Ecology. This one field in biology that are really interesting in. And when I read that book, at the beginning of that book, there are some tips or some, let's say, guidance for the reader or the user of that English textbook, how to increase or how to learn effectively. So for me, it's very interesting that I really want to share it with you. Of course, I also still learn to apply it in my day-to-day routine of learning, but while I also practice it, I want to share it also with you. So guys, I will share 4 tips from that book, The Essential of Ecology, about how to increase our effectiveness in learning. Before we are going to talking about 4 tips, how to learn, let's talk about learning first. Scientifically, learning is process when new information that coming into our brain is connected with the old information or the past information. So that's when learning happen in our brain. That's why also many scientists suggest us to learn how our brain function in order to increase the capacity of our brain to absorb information and to increase the effectiveness of our learning by understanding how our brain works. So let's moving on to the first tips. The first tip is develop patience for learning. Well, my friends, patience simply means that you have strong willing, you have really really strong excitement or really strong curiosity to learn about something. This is very important to prepare our brain, especially to absorb or to get new information. So when we are in curious or excited condition, when we are going to learn, it will be more easy. It will be easier to our brain to absorb new information rather than the condition when we are feeling just so to learn. For example, we didn't feel excited when we are going to learn math or physics or chemistry. So that will make our process of learning will be slower than when we are feeling excited to learn about something. So I think patience is something that we can build, something that we can exercise day by day. It's not something that given from God. So everybody has patience for learn. What we have to do is to exercise, to train that patience day by day in our learning process. We can start from learning something that we love. Maybe if you love math, you can start with learning math. If you love biology, you can start with learning biology. Or if you didn't like physics, but you have to do it because you have exam for tomorrow, please give some try, maybe asking your friends or maybe watching a video that make you feel more enjoy before you are going to learn about physics. What I'm going to say that this passion is really important to push ourselves up to learn something whatsoever that. So the tips number 2 is please set up a study routine in a distraction-free environment. Well, my friends, this environment that are free from distraction especially is very important for us. Why? Because we know that our brain is cannot distracted to the other thing while we are going to focus to learn something. We know that today we are living on very destructive world. For example, the very simplest example is distraction from our gadget, from our smartphone. So the author suggests that when we are going to learn, please set up our environment free from any distraction. But in my opinion, that distraction not only coming out from outside of ourselves, but mostly that distraction coming inside ourselves. For example, laziness or procrastination or something else that make us feel very comfort in our bed, so that we feel that we are going to sleep rather than to learn. That's also kind of distraction that coming inside ourselves. So all kind of this distraction we have to remove first when we are going to learn. But I think what the author talking about in this book is the distraction that coming out from ourselves, like environment that peace, quiet, and if you like to study or learning in while you are listening to music or instrument, that also will good for you. So what I'm going to say is we have to understand ourselves. What kind of environment that make us comfortable to learn? What kind of environment that make us can stay focused to learn? Even if we just focus in 15 minutes or 30 minutes, it doesn't matter at all. But what the most important is we try to learn better and effectively. So if we know that it will hurt to us to learn while we are in bed, laying in bed. So please avoid that, because that is the kind of distraction that also will disturb us in our learning process. So the tips number 3 is don't eat dessert first. This is very important because I also almost always do it when I have two choices in my table. For example, I have my dessert and I have my book. For most of the time, I choose my dessert first, because in assumption that after I eat my dessert, I will feel energized. I will feel that I have a very strong excitement to learn, because I will in full condition. So that's why I will have more happiness to learn. But in fact, after I ate my dessert first, I feel very comfort in my condition when I eat, and then rather than open my book after I eat my dessert, I will choose to open my phone and look at my phone while I eat my dessert. So the author suggests that you can give reward for yourself. For example, I have target to eat 5 pages of book in this session of learning. After you have done or you have finished your 5 pages of book, you can reward yourself by eat some dessert, some favorite food or beverage, whatever that, but don't put it at the first. However, if you think that you are strong enough to remove that temptation to read or to learn after eat your dessert, it however didn't work to me. I almost always fail to learn after eat my dessert first. So the tips number 4, it will be the last tips in this video. Make hills out of mountain. The author said that psychologically, human will think that climb mountains is a hard thing to do. But when we are thinking about climb hills, it will be easier for us in our mind to do it. So that's also work in our learning process. If you have target, or if you have to read a full of book that maybe 115 pages, you can break it become a topic per week, or 15 pages per week, so that you will not feel really hard to finish that book. Yes, I know it's really hard. Even for me, it's still hard to break the mountain to a hills, like what the author suggests. But really, it's very important if we want to increase our capacity in learning, because when we think that I can learn everything a day before my exam, we have to remember that our brain also have capacity, the limit capacity to learn something. If we force our brain to learn everything, every material, learn 115 pages of books just a night, maybe our brain cannot absorb it as well as if we break out the mountains to be a hill. So please everyone, it's also a reminder for me that if you really want to increase our capacity in learning, please trying to get organized, please trying to break down our targeted. If we have a really big target to read 3 books a month, for example, so we have to break it out to be maybe 1 topic or 1 theme a week, and so on and so forth. So everybody, that's all 4 tips that I'm going to share. I have sharing with you in this video, and inshallah I will continue to talking about learn how to learn in part 2, and then continue to talking about the tips that the author of the Essential of Ecology give in his book, in their book. And so that's all, and I hope this video will be useful for me and for you all guys. Thank you so much. I really waiting to your comment, or maybe you are willing to share your experience while you are learning. Please comment. Put your comment below, and see you in the next video. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Bye.